I just want to say, man, shout out to everybody in my city, but we got to do better, dog. Black Yacht Weekend. Like, when the hell y'all ever had a yacht weekend in Chicago? Lake Michigan, not even the type of place to go for yachts and shit. Like, come on now. Like, I lived in Chicago for 20 years, bro. 20 years, and every time I go on the lakefront, I'll be riding my bike or go on the lakefront with some hoes or something. You will see a couple yachts here and there, but it ain't really meant. It's a lake. It's not really meant, like, you feel me? Out here in Miami, we got real yachts. Y'all got little boats out there. It's a big ass difference, okay? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it ain't meant for all that, especially with the conditions was going on. And y'all was scamming people, doing all type of shit this weekend. Y'all made the city look bad. Stop making the city look bad. Come on now.
A couple stories I want to bring to you guys' attention today. Now, this first story has been making its rounds on social media, so I figure we do this one first.
Right.
The weather breaking, people starting to go out more.
Oh, God.
Being on the water don't sound bad when it's 90 plus degrees outside.
On the
as
ocean?
Crazy as it may sound, if you don't know how to swim, I highly recommend wearing a life jacket. Now,
No,
later
for
in the
real.
video, we'll later explain the correlation between that and this story. Today, we talk about a young Chicago hairstylist who lost her life only moments after posting a video on social media, leaving an alarming clue on how she allegedly lost her life.
R.I.P., baby.
As her picture was floating around on social media alongside her story,
Right.
it was quickly discovered that she was connected and close friends to a young woman named Kanika Jenkins.
What?
For those who don't remember, we'll briefly go over her story.
That's
in this video.
weird.
But that was the young girl who lost her life inside of a Chicago hotel. With the
R.I.P.
questions
Kanika
surrounding
Jenkins,
even
man.
her case left unanswered till this day. But nonetheless, we go over this story, pay our respects, see what allegedly led up to this young woman losing her life, and how she reacted to losing her best friend almost a decade prior. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember.
I'm for now.
And subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Now, for those who don't remember, Kanika Jenkins.
I ain't gonna lie, we don't need no refresher on Kanika Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Kanika Jenkins for sure, but we definitely don't need a refresher on that. We need to go ahead and see what happened this time.
Now, fam, I have to be non-biased. I have to blur a lot of this video out for YouTube guidelines. But check out a screenshot of this video. Look how small that rail is while they dance, man. They upper body is probably more heavier than the rail that they hold on.
Because it's not a real yacht, it's a boat.
Because yes, we can say they should have known better. But why these companies still allow passengers to get on board, knowing the risk at hand on these small boats, especially with no life jacket? And I want to point something out. Because people falling off these boats are a common issue. It's just a lot of them don't get public recognition, like Fazah. And even the news, who reported 2 people falling off the boat, one losing their life, a male. They said they were searching for another one who was a male. No one mentioned Zah flipping off the boat the same time. It makes you wonder, did her friends call the police? Or did anybody call the police to notify that Zah had fell off the boat?
I'm sure they did.
First responders across Chicago and the suburbs were put to the test today, responding to at least a dozen water rescues and possible drownings, including responses at these 3 popular locations. Our Marissa Sulek has been chasing these all day herself. Marissa.
Tara, we have just learned that one man has now died after a water rescue here at Navy Pier earlier today. We know 2 people are at nearby hospitals after different
Like I don't understand why people even when has anyone ever went into Lake Michigan and actually went swimming for real. Like, of course we don't got sharks and shit, but like it's still very choppy water. It's a deep ass lake, bro. It's one of the only freshwater lakes we got in America, bro. It's one of the 4. You feel what I'm saying? I can't name all 4 right now off the top of my head, but Lake Michigan is definitely one of them. So why? I don't understand. Like, even then, y'all got these boats and trying to say they yachts, and then y'all charge people to get on these boats, and then really what's going on? People is passing away on these boats. People is checking on these boats because he's not meant to even hold this many people. It's not meant to be out there in them waters. It's meant to be on some cool, chill shit. Y'all trying to turn cool, chill activities into turn over. Like, go to Miami for all that. Y'all want to get on these yachts and y'all want to have a yacht weekend. Everybody from Chicago pitch in on some flights, come down to Miami, have a ball. Y'all want to have all this shit going on in Chicago, and that's not what's going on. That's not what it's known for.
And one person is still missing in Lake Michigan at this hour. But safety advocates telling me the main problem today was that wind.
Yeah, that wind is a motherfucker, yeah.
At 63rd Street Beach, rescue crews were seen urgently searching high and below for a man the Chicago Fire Department says fell off a boat and is still missing. Near Lakeshore Drive in Playpen, sources say a man was sent to Northwestern in serious condition after he hurt his foot. And at Navy Pier, CFD says a man was also sent to Northwestern in critical condition after he was pulled from the water in cardiac arrest.
We want people to understand that winds are dangerous currents on the Great Lakes.
Dave Benjamin with the Great Lakes Surf Rescue Project says the wind was a major factor this weekend. Depending where people go, he says how the wind is blowing impacts currents.
For real though.
There's going to be very strong offshore winds, so anything that floats can go far and fast offshore with people on these objects as well.
We don't have a boat that's operable in any kind of a wave action.
Up north in the suburbs, fire departments like Winthrop Harbor and Zion also responding to water rescues, but don't have the resources. They say these rocks were put in by the state to break waves and help with erosion a couple years ago. The mounds attract swimmers, but are extremely hazardous. Just this week, they say a 20-year-old man drowned.
Yeah, it happens, bro. Happens.
We believe are creating a rip current effect out there for people.
An active drowning person will submerge in less than 1 minute. So
Benjamin says that families and groups are going to beaches this weekend. Keep an eye on who you go with. He says if a person drowns, they won't yell and wave. It's quiet, quick, and leads to unfortunate outcomes.
No, for real, because y'all got to think about it. If somebody's drowning, especially like I've drowned before, you know, thank God I'm still here. But I've drowned before. Let me tell you something. It's very quick because you sink. Especially if you don't know how to float and you don't know how to swim like me, you sink to the bottom very fast, bro. So it's not like you can really do anything. You can't really, it's not like the movies where you paddling for your life and you waving and screaming and shit. No, bro. Once you make that dip, it's over. Like you already going down, especially you don't know what you're doing. It's current and shit pushing you. It's water in your face. You coughing, you trying to stay up. You can't really open your eyes. It's bad. Like people be trying to take this shit like a joke. It's not a joke. This is super serious, man.
Now, safety advocates do want to remind parents to keep an eye on their kids. Even if they have a life jacket on, they say that they can still blow away, especially if they are not fitted properly. We have heard from the Chicago Park District that they are fully staffed with lifeguards this summer at both beaches and pools. We are live at DuSable Harbor.
Shit crazy.
CBS News, Chicago. Tara.
Now, on that same day, which was yesterday, June 21st, 2025, Za fell in that water as well. According to CBS, it wasn't reported to the local authorities, so they didn't report it. Now, before we go into details about when it was later discovered that Za was pulled from that water, from local authorities, and also the alleged correlation that her friends allegedly left her, which they responded alongside her mom. But people are also making the correlation with her best friend case. How her friends allegedly left Janika in that hotel to roam off alone knowing she was intoxicated.
I mean, I don't think we need to be sitting here comparing Kanika Jenkins to this because these are two different cases. Kanika Jenkins was just a crazy case. RIP to Kanika Jenkins, by the way. Crazy ass case. I don't think this is the same type of case. She just drowned. Like, she was just on the boat, everybody having a good time, vibing, dancing. She tipped over. She's probably sitting on the rail or maybe got a little too tipsy and tripped. Whatever happened on the boat, tripped over, and she fell in the water. At that point, it's like nothing her friends can do. Her friends can call the police, but like maybe they didn't at that exact moment because they tripping trying to get their friend out the water because they trying to save her from drowning. But it's like, even if you know how to swim, even if you got Michael fucking Phelps, it's kind of hard, bro. It's not really as easy as people try to make it seem like, oh, we just finna jump in the water and we finna save her, we finna dive in, we finna whoopty whoop. It's not like everything ain't black and white like that. So I think it's kind of disingenuous to compare this to Kanika Jenkins. But at the same time, it's just like, it's very unfortunate, dog. And I wish people would do the research before doing things because there's no reason you jumping in the damn water trying to do all this crazy ass shit. Not jumping in the water. Sorry. Wrong terminology. You got these damn boats in the water saying a yacht and they're not yachts. And then you got them over capacity and you doing all this shit. The wind's choppy and then people still charging and overtaxing for these boats and people feel like they're going to get their money's worth so they're going to go out there anyway. It's just crazy, but RIP to everybody involved. RIP to anybody that passed away this weekend. And man, this shit is crazy, dog. Like, I hope my city can come back from this because I don't think they're doing a Black Yacht Weekend ever.